Welcome back. Part of the new comic book day, we're taking a look at the final Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral Body Count Issue 1. We finally get the origin of Torment. That's right, we are finally learning exactly where he came from and the twisted reason why he targeted Peter Parker, Mary Jane Watson, and Eddie Brock in the first place. It all unfolds in this massive one-shot, and you do not want to miss this. So let's jump right in. We are in New York City now. We're at the exact moment that Venom throws Torment off the roof. Torment narrating. People disappoint you. You try to help them, to give them a truly unique and special gift, and then they throw you off a roof. Thanks very much, Venom. To be fair, I might have had it coming. I've killed about 189 people in my time. Venom was supposed to be 190, but oh well. In a few seconds, it won't matter. I won't matter. I'll hit that pavement and bam, no more Torment. But also, no more Torment, it's not all bad. So here at the end, what am I thinking about? What I always think about, family. We cut to the past, a cemetery in Vermont. We see a man named Rory standing with a priest over a fresh grave. As the priest says, "I'm so sorry, Rory, your brother was a good man." Rory, "They were all good people, Father Cunningham. My mom, my dad, my brother, my uncle, my cousin. I don't understand. How could this happen? All these deaths, one after the other? It's insane. Why would God do this?" The priest, "No explanation I could give you right now would bring you any comfort, son. Just know that you can come talk to me anytime, despite everything that's happened. You're not alone." As Rory walks away, "Yeah, sure as hell feels like it." Rory, drunk, holding a paper bag with alcohol, enters his dark apartment. As he says, "What a day, good God." A voice speaks from the shadows. "Not in my experience," as he drops the bag and the bottle shatters. We see a bulky figure silhouetted against the window blinds. "Who the hell are you and what are you doing in my apartment?" We'll get to that, Rory, but first, we see his Torment as he turns on the light. He says, "Tell me how you feel." Rory reaches for his phone. "Get out, I'm calling the..." Torment stands up, snatches the phone. "No, it's just the two of us now. But I can see you'd react that way. We'll give you a minute, let you get a little perspective. I'm not here to make your day worse. Let me give you a little context though. My name is Torment." Torment crushes the phone as he says, "I can see the connection between members of a family. To me, they look like spirals of light. Some people only have a few. You used to have many, Rory. That's why I chose you." As we see a red energy spiral appear around Rory's head. "Now you barely have any spirals at all, only very distant relatives left. I did that for you." Rory, scared. You killed my family?" "I did, they're all gone. So knowing that, how do you feel?" Rory, terrified. "I don't know, afraid?" Torment, looming over Rory, says, "Well, sure, that's how most people feel at the start of these conversations. I'm used to it. But let me tell you a story, Rory, and then we'll see." Rory, "A story about what? I don't want to hear your damn story." Torment, "You're not paying attention, friend. You don't have a choice. It's a story about the only thing that matters, family." Cut to Torment's flashback to a backyard family reunion. As he narrates, "Family means a lot of things. Mostly it means pressure. Be this, not that. Do this, not that. Live the life, not that one. The bigger the family, the more opinions and obligations to think about, like a vice, making you and breaking you. My family was huge." As we see an older man, Ernie, greeting an elderly woman as he says, "Aunt Gladys, I'm so glad you made it to the family reunion. I wasn't sure you'd be able to get here." She responds, "I felt like I had to, Ernie. Don't know how many more of these I have left." "Don't be ridiculous. Nothing could take you down. You'll be around for 100 more years, easy." "Dear me, I hope not." In Torment's flashback, it seems like a normal family reunion where a great Aunt Gladys reunites with her nephews after years apart. She marvels at how much they've grown. We meet Graham, the golden boy of the family, as Gladys reminds him that she tapped him for greatness since he was a child. Graham then lists his achievements, Model UN, class treasurer, and an engineering scholarship, as the family praises him as perfect. He introduces his girlfriend, where they plan to attend Bard College together, but his girlfriend Laura reveals a dark cloud over her future, noting her family has other ideas for her life, as she says she has to go home to help her mom clean the house. Graham drops his girlfriend Laura off at home. We see firsthand the toxic reality Laura faces every day. The moment they arrive, Laura's mother ruins the mood with a barrage of insults, screaming at her from the porch and accusing her of giving it away for free before demanding she get inside to scrub the house. Graham offers to help, but Laura insists on handling it alone. Laura clings to the mantra that her education is her only ticket out of this nightmare. The scene ends with a gut-wrenching visual of Laura scrubbing the toilet under her mother's threatening gaze as she issues a chilling ultimatum: get the house clean enough to eat off of or face the consequences. As Laura lies in bed at night, looking exhausted, she says to herself, "College awaits," as she goes to sleep. She is awakened or startled by a sound. Laura sits up in bed, looking terrified as we see the room fill up with smoke. A hooded figure comes to the window and says, "Don't worry, I'll get you out." Laura: "Graham? How?" He says, "No time, we have to move." Graham leads Laura away. She's looking back at a window that glows with an intense fiery orange. Laura: "My family, my parents, my brother, we have to get them out too." Graham: "It's all right, Laura. You don't have to worry about them. They're already gone." "Gone? What are you saying?" "You were under so much pressure, I could see it. The spiral between you and your family, for most people, it's just a connection. But yours was tight around your neck, choking you." She looks horrified and stunned. Graham: "It's gone now. You're free. I set you free." Laura: "What?" Laura and Graham facing each other as Laura looks distraught and confused as she says, "What are you saying?" Graham: "You really don't see it. What I did for you. Families are chains holding us back from our free selves. I thought you, of all people, would understand that. But you don't, do you? God, this is heartbreaking. I thought it could be you and me against the world, Laura. Not this." Laura: "If you hate family so much, why didn't you kill yours instead of mine?" Graham: "Well, I wasn't going to do that, Laura. I love my family." Laura violently breaks away from Graham, slapping him across the face. "Get off me!" as she runs toward the burning house. "Mom, can you hear me? I'm coming." We see Graham pull up his hood and walk away into the night as he says, "People disappoint you." We're back in the apartment with Rory and Torment as Torment asks, "There, do you understand?" "Yeah, I think so. The girl Laura, she didn't see things the way you did. She thought you killing her family was, well, murder." Rory slowly reaching toward the shattered bottle on the floor as he continues, "So you went out into the world and made that creepy costume. And you've been killing other families trying to find someone who thinks their whole family being dead is a good thing? But you haven't been able to find that person because no one thinks that. No one will ever agree with you because what you're doing is insane. You could have used that gift of yours to actually help people, find kidnapped kids or lost relatives or adoptees' parents, anything, instead of you're just another monster." Torment: "Well, that is one perspective." Rory lunges with the jagged glass at Torment as he yells, Get out or I'll kill you." Torment grabs the broken glass out of his hand. Rory's expression is one of pure shock and terror as he says, "Oh, Rory, I've killed 162 people trying to find a person who will take this gift I'm giving them and use it to fly free. You got close. I guess at least you see what I'm trying to do, but in the end..." Torment kills Rory. Blood splatters against the background as he says, "You're just number 163. Torment sits on the floor near Rory, who's dead, as he continues talking to him. "So the deal with this guy, I met him on VoiceChat. It's a spot online, safe encrypted for people who share, similar interests like killing. The life can get pretty lonely, and it's nice to connect with people a little. You get it, don't you, Rory?" As we see an extreme close-up of a Torment phone showing a chat interface as we read, "Redman, got a scoop for you, Torment. Your kind of thing, a real target, someone worthy of you." Torment: "I'm listening." "All right, you ready?" As Torment says, "Redman's intense, even for this crowd, like bloodthirsty. I don't know if we'd be friends in real life, but he gets it. He really does. He understands, and that's not nothing. Now he's saying he's got something really wild to share with me, some big secret. Let's see what the... Holy hell." As we read the screen, Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker. Torment then recounts how this digital encounter with Carnage led him to target the Spider-Man family. Torment reveals that Redman, the person he met on the encrypted site Void Chat, was actually the serial killer Carnage, who was manipulating him by providing him with the ultimate secret, the identities and connections of Peter Parker, Mary Jane Watson, and Eddie Brock. Torment views his violence as a form of help. He sees the complex relationships and symbiote bonds between these three humans and two aliens as a tangled web that needs to be set free by cutting their family lines. He calls this mission as his magnum opus. However, instead of the gratitude or appreciation he expected from his work, he notes with a hint of bitterness that he received only fury in return. As we cut right back to the moment before Torment dies and realizes this was his life flashing before his eyes. Torment: I got dropped off a roof. What would my own family think if they could see me now? Would they judge me? Call me a failure? I hope not. They made me who I am. Nothing's more important than... We see Torment's legs flailing upward as his torso hits the ground. Blood splatters across the scene. Torment's broken body lying face down on the pavement, his limbs twisted as blood pools beneath him. We shift to a somber, rainy funeral for Graham, aka Torment. As we see the family there, we hear Aunt Gladys say, "What a disappointment. So much promise, and in the end, he's just a criminal. That's not what this family's about. We're so much more than this. None of you better turn out like your brother. I'll be very disappointed in you too." As one of her nephews, Max, says, "Damn it, lady, read the room." And Gladys turns to a young girl named Susan and says, "You have to redeem the family name, Susan. You have no choice." Susan looks up. Okay, Aunt Gladys, I hear you." Mac, the nephew, says, "Ignore her, Susan. Let it slide off your back. Just get through this horrendous day." "Yeah, I'm with Max. Screw that mean old bag. I don't care if she's related to us. We can live however we want." Susan looks up. "No, guys, I think she's right. We do have a responsibility." As we get a close-up of Susan's face, her eyes are wide. As we see them shift to the color red, she says, "Don't you see it? Nothing is more important than family." As we realize that she has also inherited Torment's obsession with families as the spiral connections she starts to see. And this concludes the issue of Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral Body Count Issue 1, the final conclusion to the Death Spiral storyline. Or is it? Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.